So we all know that international travel is at an all-time high right now, and especially going into 2026, it's only going to keep going up. So if you're an Airbnb owner, right now it's the time to take action and make a change before the mainstream catches on. And I'm going to give you 3 ideas to improve your international guest experiences. And these ideas are ahead of the market, and almost no Airbnb hosts have even implemented them into their property. And the best part about these ideas is that if you're part of the small minority of hosts to implement them on your property, guests will specifically remember your property having these great ideas, and they will want to come back to your property, making you more money and also raising your 5-star reviews. The first idea to improve your international guest experience is to implement a multiple language chatbot that can answer questions about your property and also answer questions about the surrounding area. This is especially helpful for international people because a lot of them don't speak English. Imagine going to America, coming from China, not knowing a lick of English. You're going to be scared to go out on the street and you're not going to know how to get the answers you want because everything's going to be in English. But if it's in Chinese, then everything is available to you without having to ask your Chinese friend or your Chinese relative that lives in America. It's all available to you, provided by the property. And I guarantee you that's a lot of value right there for a lot of consumers because they don't have to ask somebody else or hire somebody like a translator. They can just pay for the property and get these benefits without any added cost. And now let's build on top of our first idea with our second idea, which is Uber implementation straight into your chatbot. And this is a really good thing for international guests for multiple reasons. Firstly, it eliminates the language barrier completely. If they have to get into a taxi and tell the taxi guy, hey, here, this is my address, this is where I need to go. If they don't know the language, they can't do that. So using Uber straight into the chatbot makes this process extremely easy and simple for them. And secondly, they don't need to have a phone number to make an account for Uber because remember, if this guy's coming from China or somewhere where they don't use Uber, they might not have a phone number to actually make an account. So having this all through the app simplifies their experience 100 times. And also, when they go to pay, it will just auto pay using the card they use to pay you for their booking. So it really simplifies their experience. And lastly, it just streamlines their booking experience with you and directly with you. And they will remember that when they booked with you, they got this amazing experience, this amazing streamline where they don't even have to download the Uber app. They just use your chatbot built into the property with a QR code, and they will want to book your property again. And Maximo, they will recommend it to all their family and friends, and they will get a lot of referrals to your property without you having to do a single thing. It's an amazing opportunity. And now let's build on our first 2 ideas with our last idea, which is smart home integration with your chatbot. The reason why this is so helpful for international people coming from different countries is because the AI can now have information from all these smart appliances and it can combine these with the language integration and it can give your guests an incredible experience like having their own maid. But it's an AI, which means you don't have to pay a maid. You can just pay a company or even do this yourself and run your own AI, and it will give your guests a better experience than they could ever imagine when they were first booking this property. And when I'm talking about AI smart home integration, I'm talking about stuff like the thermometer connected to the AI and your guest telling it in a different language if it can change the temperature and it being able to do that. Or if the guest fridge is empty, the smart fridge can tell, oh, we're empty, and it can automatically order food without the guest having to do a single thing. And because their guest is from a different country, they won't even have this on their mind because they're going to be exploring a brand new area. So all of this is being done in the background and it streamlines their experience completely because they don't have to think about these things at all. And the guest is given their food and the temperature is changed automatically to their liking. It will make them 100% want to recommend their property to anyone they know because their experience reflects longer than them. It reflects to the other people, like their family, like their friends. And this opportunity is only right now. And you have to take action because in 10 years or even in 5 years, everyone's going to have this. Every Airbnb is going to have this. And if you do it now, you're going to reap the benefits forever because you're going to be the first one to do it. At the end of the day, even though these are ideas, it's very important to still understand that these might not be good for your business. And it's important not to fall into the hype and invest tons of time and money into something that might not actually work for your specific business. I recommend everybody just to look into them at least and to be very careful before actually taking action, because these ideas could improve your business, but they could also be a detriment instead of a benefit. Don't just jump straight into this and don't fall for the hype, because the worst thing that you could do is fall for the hype and it damage your business.